I replaced a Wraithspire cooler for my Ryzen 5 3400G with this cooler. Their performances don't differ that much, they both climb to around 80 degrees Celsius when I hit them with heavy load software, but the Noctua U9S is noticeably quieter than Wraithspire. Which, of course, isn't unbearably noisy itself, but I felt that it was slightly more noisy than the Cooler Master 212 Evo that I had been using for several years. I understand Noctua is like the gold standard of coolers, and I feel that their reputation is well deserved. The cooler is quiet, does its job really well, and also relatively easy to install. This is the first time I bought Noctua, but when I upgrade my computer again in the future and I build it myself, I will buy another Noctua for sure. Great cooling performance. Size is perfect for mini-inch motherboards. Very quiet. I'm seriously impressed by the performance of this one compared to the U12S. Can handle a light overclock on my i7-6700K, 2 to 4. 5 GHz, and keeps temps fine under load, mid-70s. Definitely if you want extreme overclocking you'll want a bigger tower or liquid probably if you're in a mini-inch environment. For moderate overclocking or no overclocking this thing is great. I used it in a Fractal Design Node 304. It also fits fine on a Corsair 250D. This fan is great for mini ITX builds. Because of my other components, Asus Maximus 7 Impact motherboard, IVGA Hadron Aircase, G-Skill Trident X RAM, I was limited on the maximum CPU cooler height, and either being able to clear over the RAM slots or stay within the 95mm footprint. I purchased a competitive brand's 95mm CPU cooler, but because of the width, it covered the first RAM slot, so I had to make do with only one stick of RAM until I bought this fan. Also, the CPU/heatsink never overheats. I'm no fan expert, but I know when the heatsink gets hot, that's bad, and I'll touch it while I'm gaming and it's good. Additionally, the U9S includes an extra set of fan clips for installing a second NFA9 fan in push/pull mode in order to further improve COO. I'm writing this review because no one seems to have rated it yet, but it definitely deserves these 5 stars and people should know that it's a quality product like the rest of their line. Comment if you have any questions and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for reading and enjoy. Build processor i5-4690K motherboard ASRock Z97 Anniversary Edition GPU IVGA 04 GP4 3966KR GeForce GTX 964GB 128-bit RAM Crucial Ballistics Sport 16GB DDR3 1600 PSU IVGA Supernova 750 G280 Plus Case Lian Li PC9. This cooler provides mounts for Intel and AMD. I bought this cooler because I was get. While the temperatures weren't ridiculously high, they were above what I would consider normal. Before buying this cooler, make sure that you can access the rear part of the motherboard, opposite the processor. A bracket, which is provided, must be mounted from the rear side of the motherboard. This cooler was very easy to install. The packet comes with all the tools, instructions, and equipment needed. It's rare to see such nicely thought out packaging. While the heatsink does not block RAM slots, the fan provided does. The solution to blocked RAM slots is just moving the fan slightly higher on the heatsink, so blocked RAM slots aren't an issue unless they have large heatsinks also. I've attached an image so you guys can get a feeling of how large the unit is. My idle temp has dropped to 28°C 31°C and the same 50% load hovers at around 40°C 45°C. The fan is also strangely silent. I really wasn't sure if it was on or not until I tested it with a piece of paper. I will be buying a second fan for this unit in the near future in order to make a push and pull configuration. Click link in description for more reviews.